Good morning. So this reading is going to be for Wednesday, October 18th. Let's see kind of where we are, where we were, what kind of led to now. Let's see if we can get 3 cards on kind of, all right. I'm getting a lot of 2s out here. And then where we're going. So looking here, bottom of the deck, Page of Cups. So this doesn't surprise me at all. There is this new chapter that has definitely been starting since the eclipse. And here it looks like there's a lot of emotional fulfillment attached to it. So it doesn't have to be necessarily that you want to be in a romantic relationship or that you're trying to find new love or anything like that. It can be the deepening of an existing connection. It can be finding joy and love in the people around you as well. So it doesn't have to be just that kind of pigeonhole. And when I look at where we were, so I am seeing this 8 of Cups. So I do like the 8 of Cups here in the past because that's moving away from something in order to go after what you want. And I can see here, it probably took a lot of, I'm getting some sort of like inner strength. The Emperor is Aries energy, so it's Mars. So it's what is motivating you? What is causing you to go after exactly what it is that you want? Like what's that driving force behind you? Because what I also see here with the Knight of Swords is that once you made up your mind, once you decided, you know what, this is what I'm going to do, you didn't really hesitate. You just took off and went after it. Now, I do see that this is an uncomfortable transition. And that's probably the best way to describe it. So we do have the 10 of Swords here. So this does feel like that there's this closing of that painful cycle, something here from the past, because this is literally underneath that 8 of Cups. You're moving away from whatever caused this, but it is kind of like almost like a push-pull type of energy where you think you're over it and then you kind of get pulled back into a little bit and you kind of push yourself away and you start to move on, and it's just like there's little bits, but every time it pulls you back, it's a little bit less. And so it's going to hurt a little bit less each time. I am seeing Hermit energy, so Virgo energy. This indicates to me really that you're taking the time to not just reflect, but really process what's been happening here and really learn those lessons. That's the big piece here with this Virgo energy. It's about learning those lessons. And I can see here with the 5 of Cups, there is this change in perspective that's happening. It's almost like whatever journey is completing for you and whatever path you're moving into next, you are taking all the lessons to heart. And the best part about that is once you really learn the lesson, you don't learn them again. And so it's not, sometimes we find ourselves in repeating patterns, and it has more to do with the fact that we didn't learn from whatever was happening. And so we continue to have to kind of go through a similar experience until we can say, oh, that's why. Got to change, got to fix that. And when I look at where we're going, so I do like to see the Judgment, because the Judgment is coming in kind of this column of moving away from something that is incredibly painful and really making that conscious effort. This is a conscious decision that you're making. And Temperance. So there is a timing component to all of this. And so when I look here at, this is all major arcana. This is, we've got Aries here, we've got Virgo, and we have Sagittarius. So those signs may mean something to you, may not. And when I look at this last card here, we do have the 2 of Swords. And so that is about a crossroads. And so once you get to the end of this path, what's next for you? Let's start clarifying and get a little bit more to this story. Okay. So Temperance is out here again. So the timing component is connected to whatever this closure is, whatever this cycle is that's ending, whatever decision you made to move away from something that just isn't working for you anymore, caused you a lot of pain, that was meant to happen. The Emperor, 10 of Pentacles, this is your motivation here, right here, 10 of Pentacles. It's that long-term stability, long-term happiness that you seek. Can be with another person. So if you think about like maybe wanting some sort of family, some sort of high-level commitment, it can be that. Or it can just be maybe really getting comfortable with where you are and the path that you're on. Knight of Swords, King of Wands. And so again, more fire energy, lots of fire energy coming out here. So a lot of action here. But that's what I'd love to see, that actions are being taken. It's not just, well, should I or shouldn't I? A lot of action happening here. And so King of Wands, there is a lot of strength here. It's Aries energy with the Knight of Swords. Again, more of that motivation. You are taking a lot of initiative here. So let's see what else we get. Yeah. Ooh. Okay. One card. Not a surprise here. So when I look at that Ten of Swords, that painful cycle, there is a lot of luck coming to you because you closed out this cycle. This is that final lesson learned. This is, I don't need to repeat this anymore. This is going to put me on a better path because I don't need to keep relearning that lesson. Love to see that. You've overcome that. Hermit, Six of Swords. And so this is about, again, making peace with what you're walking away from. Just coming to that realization that not everything is meant to stay in your life forever. Not even people. There is a lesson and a season for everybody. And so just kind of keep that in mind as you go through. Not everybody is just really meant to be in your life forever. And not in a bad way. I mean, we all have lessons we can learn. Sometimes it's in a really good way that they're not in our lives forever, but you know, take that as it resonates. When I look here, I pretty much got the same card. I got the major and the minor arcana that really indicate some sort of change in perspective. The Hanged Man is here, and yes, it does represent delays, but it's not delays just for the sake of delays. It's delays so that you can see things from that 30,000 foot view and be able to understand the full picture here. And that's exactly where you are now. That's what's helping with this closure. That's what's helping to close out this painful cycle. You're getting a lot of sixes out here. So there is a lot of harmony, a lot of balance coming towards you. And really, that's not a surprise. I mean, we just had the eclipse in Libra, which is all about balance. What I like to see here is judgment with the moon. So this feels a lot like trusting your instincts and knowing that you made the right decision, even if you're not getting any kind of external validation to say this was the right decision. Internally, you know it was. This is in your emotional best interest. Temperance, Six of Cups. So I really love the Six of Cups because it kind of brings us back to that youthful kind of nostalgic way of thinking, of behaving. And so there's a lot of optimism connected to this, a lot of just positivity in general. So it's like being very optimistic about where you're going. It's about just abundance and everything else. I'm going to call it out because we do have the card of Judgment out here. I do have the Six of Cups. There could be some sort of reconciliation happening here. That's not going to be true for everybody. So just keep that in mind. And the choice is still going to be yours. If that's the lesson that closed, then it's closed. You're not going to allow that person back in. When I look at this Two of Swords, I am getting the Strength card. So again, more fire. So we have Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius out here from a major card standpoint. And so the Strength card really indicates when it comes to this crossroads, you're not taking this lightly. You're really going to think about the path that you need to go down and understand which one is going to be in your best interest, even if it's uncomfortable. Let's get any last messages here. This doesn't surprise me at all. So for Wednesday, the message is inner peace. So this is the reading for Wednesday, October 18th. If this resonates, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow. Take care.